All right, so in this video, I'm going to be going over outsourcing. Just the basics, how to get started, nothing too deep, but talk about what I do and how outsourcing helps me and why you think I wouldn't be a typical person to use outsourcing, but it works. So let's get started. My name is Doug Taylor. I own a small cookie company that is based out of a market in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We're very tiny. It's me and my wife. If you guys don't already know, we're called Taylor Chip, and we've been doing it for coming up on, or I guess we are in our 11th month. So with being a small cookie company, we're trying to grow and we're trying to add like another location and just we're learning everything for the first time. But before I was doing this, I did graphic design and video stuff, and I owned a recording studio and did a little bit of branding and social media advertising for people. And I have some business skills, but I've never done a bakery before. I've done like other stuff. Doing those other things, there was a few times where like it would have been really nice to have somebody to do a lot of the work for me, but I couldn't afford it because it was just, I've always had just small businesses, just kind of enough for myself. The way I got around that is outsourcing. I decided, hey, we own a bakery, yeah, but there's no reason why I can't outsource a lot of what I'm doing. So like the graphic design, the branding, I've been doing all that myself up to now. Programming and stuff like that, I don't have any skills when it comes to development. So I decided, hey, let's try to find somebody. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about, just the basics, just getting started with outsourcing. But before we get into it, I wanted to cover a few things, which is just the value of outsourcing, mindset, and then also just how to handle hiring people, firing people, how to know when somebody's actually worth paying to do something, and how to figure that out really quickly. So right now, hiring somebody, figuring out if they're worth it and how to figure it out quickly. So first off, I say give them a task to do on a trial basis, which can be unpaid or paid. Depends on what you agree on. But if it is pay, you pay them half of what they would normally be paid. You want a small task for them to do that won't take up a lot of time, but it's something that you can discover if they're worth it. Obviously, they'll have a resume. You want to pick somebody based off of that. But other than that, one thing I wanted to add, make sure that every applicant you choose, you have them do the same task. That way you know exactly who has the skills that you want, and it's an even playing field. So anyone can use outsourcing, and that can be super valuable. So what I would say is, like for me, I own a bakery, and you wouldn't necessarily think I would need outsourced, but you can get people to do anything. Bookwork, copy, anything that they don't need to necessarily be here now to do, you can outsource that. I definitely try to hire local people when I can afford it, but for someone, for instance, like graphic design or programmer, that person you're going to have to pay like $3,000 a month, something like that. If you hire them in the state, $4,000 a month, probably depends on their skill. It's like $55,000 where I am. Or I could pay somebody $12,000 a year to do that exact same thing and get the same results. Again, any business can use it. You don't have to be like a tech company. You don't have to be an ads company. I'm going to get into it, show you just the basics, and then, that's it. So first and foremost, the two places that I have used, and then the place that I've found the most success on so far. One is free, one is paid for. One, you know exactly what you're getting and where they're coming from, who they are. The other one, they can come from anywhere in the world. It's just it's free to hire though. They both have positive things. What I did is I started actually with this guy, which is the free one. I started with Hubstaff Talent. This one This one costs $80 a month, $70 a month to be a member of. So that's cool. But if you're worried a little bit, maybe you're worried about, I don't know, $80, whatever. You're not sure. You're just trying it out. You want to learn. Definitely give the free one. That's what I did first. So free one is talent.hubstaff.com thing. And then this one is you just sign up. You pay for it. You pick your tier. Just the cheapest one will work for you, especially if you're just a small company. And then the fun part, how do you know what to post? So a lot of times what I found is when I'm looking for somebody, it's because their skill outweighs mine. So I need somebody who's really good at, for instance, graphic design, and I might not be that good at it. So if I'm not that good at graphic design, or maybe I need somebody who's good at like architecture, I don't know, but I don't know anything about architecture. So how do I know what to look for? I actually just go to a good, what's a job board? Like Indeed. Yeah, that's great. We'll go there. So I go to Indeed, and if you know nothing, let's just say you know nothing about graphic design. You don't know how to hire for it. You don't know where to start with the people. You just square one. You need a logo. You want to find a good graphic designer. You need to know what to post on your job. So here's what you post. Or here's what I do. Anyway, I don't know if this is good advice or bad advice. Take it for what it is. It's worked for me. So Indeed, or I'm already on Indeed, so I'm going to look for a graphic designer, right? And find jobs. And I will look at all of these jobs on here. So I look for somebody who's posted a job that looks like something that I will need. So let's just like package / graphic designer. So they want a package designed. I need packaging designed for my company. This is great. What I'll do is I'll read through everything, retouching and editing images on Photoshop as needed. That's great. I need all of this stuff. Qualifications, blah, 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 blah. Adobe Design Suite. Yes, they need to know how to do that. InDesign, yep, definitely. Illustrator, Lightroom, all of that. Working knowledge, yes, I need all of this. So I will actually take this. I will copy all of this, and I will then go over to my notes, and I will paste, and then I will go through this whole thing, and I will customize it to my needs. So I already found something. I already found somebody that posted a job that was completely based off of my needs, which is great. So I don't have much customization to do. But for instance, we won't need to. Let's say it's senior graphic design, or senior graphic designer, right? So 5 years of brand design, etc., etc. So it'll say like, we'll partner with creative team to drive the branding and corporate identity process. So here, I don't have a creative team. I have me. So I will just delete that and just make it my own. I mean, from here, as long as you have, like, I kind of figure these big companies, they probably already know what's best. They already know what they're looking for. If what I need done aligns with what they need done, I don't have to do all the research. So obviously you need to know what is good design, or you need to have a vision of something that you want. But if you're looking for like a senior graphic designer, a lot of times they'll come in. What you want is somebody who's going to come in and sit you down, ask you a bunch of questions, ask you what you want, and then design something around your ideas, like your perfect customer or whatever. So that's just graphic design. You can do this with anything, as long as they don't have to be right in the room, obviously, with you to work on it. So that's how I do it. So I post that, and then I take this over here. I sign up for it, or I would log in and I would post the job. So one thing you'll notice too, and I want to point that out here, is the price. $1,500 a month is what this guy said. He was the best one I could find. You are definitely gonna get what you pay for. There's no getting around it. I hired somebody at $1,000 a month, and he was good. He built me this, which is needed a lot of direction. I had to basically be the creative vision for it. So he could do anything that I told him to. So he wasn't really like a senior graphic designer. He was just a graphic designer, and he needed to be told what he was going to do, which is totally fine. But I needed somebody who does not need as much direction and can take my creative visions, what I've done so far, and take it to the next level without me having to like walk them through it hand by hand. So for something like that, for someone really, really good, you are going to pay more, but still $1,500 a month, which is not actually what I ended up paying. I'll talk about that later. But for $1,500 a month, that's great. So this is what the other guy did, which was awesome. I had to kind of design it, and he kind of implemented it. You know, it works for now. People can pick whatever cookies they want, and it won't let you proceed until you finished picking 12 cookies. So anyway, so that's what he did. It was good, but I really had to hold his hand through everything. And so right now I'm looking for somebody that can just kind of see where I'm going, get my vision, and take it from there. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. If there was anything that I left out, or if you know more information or anything than me, feel free to leave it in the comments. If this video helped you, definitely subscribe and share it. Everything helps. Brand new channel, just getting off the ground. Right up here, you can see our first vlog. Just me and my wife are doing a business venture together called Taylor Chip. It's cookies, it's about cookies, and so we're also vlogging just like married and business and just our life and that kind of thing. It's a new channel. We don't really know where it's gonna go, but I am pretty excited about it. So yeah, hit the subscribe, check out the video, and we'll see you on the next video.